All right. So big week that just passed us. Finally, Aaliyah's One in a Million album was added to all the various streaming services, Apple, Spotify, whatever, whatever. If you subscribe to any streaming service, Aaliyah's sophomore album, which to some may be her best album, is finally there, which has like classics such as If Your Girl Only Knew, One in a Million, of course, and also Four-Page Letter, which I'm actually going to talk about in this story time. Okay, so me, all throughout my life, I've been a shy dude. I get wild anxiety whenever I have like a crush on like a girl. Like it's hard for me to just walk up to a girl and be like, you know what? Like I really like you. What's good? You want to give me a shot? Like that shit terrifies me. I've like an extreme fear of rejection. I'm admitting that shit to y'all, so enjoy this. So I want to talk about the effect that that song had on my life because the whole story of that song, if you listen to it, is Aaliyah has a crush on a guy, and she's too shy to like verbally and physically approach that person and say like, listen, I have feelings for you, like whatever, whatever. And in the whole song, she details like everything. All the reasons why she's like, she's shy. So me being a shy dude, that song always was like relatable to me. So I got into my head to like start to, you know, maybe that's one way to approach it. Like, let me just start. Let me write like a note to the girls and just see what happens. So I'm gonna tell you two distinct times that this happened here on Storytime. So one of the times I think was like in sixth grade. I had this girl I had a crush on, but she had like a boyfriend at the time, quote unquote boyfriend is sixth grade. So I wrote her a letter and I handed it to like this person, and they handed it to that person, and handed it to that person, and then got it to her. So we used to all be in gym class, and like when we was in gym class, it was us on this big ass like you know in the gymnasium basketball court, just sitting down, and somebody like we used to sit in like rows and just like sit there, and that's how they used to do attendance and shit. So somebody handed her the note and gave it to her, and like she read it, looked at it, and it was just like, oh, admittedly, I didn't put my name on it. That's just to show you how much of a little bitch I was. It was just like your secret admirer or whatever. So then I'm looking at her like reading this note as she's like reading it, smiles, and then crumbles the shit up and just tosses it. And I was just like, my heart just sank. I was like, I was like a gasp, and that shit fucked me up. So then, a couple years later, like eighth grade, had a crush on this girl, and I tried like the same thing, like the passing notes and da da da. But now I'm a little bit older. I'm 13, going on 14. So I try to like, be a little bit be a classic man like Jadina. And I wrote not only like a little letter, but I used to write little poems. And I had like all the like I had my homegirl at the time that I was cool with, that was like a mutual friend, like passing off the notes. And that shit, it never again, it was like one of those situations where I was like, secret admirer, like, I was seeing on like TV and shit, till the point like the last week of school, the anonymous notes wasn't like getting anywhere. So I was like, all right, me and my boy Shout out my man Bobby. Me and him, for some reason, we got like a pass or just like go to like leave class and go somewhere. And while we're walking, see Shorty, I got a crush on my crush, like pushing like the TV cart, the TV cart back to like wherever the fuck they keep the TV closet, whatever. And my man's at the top, I was like, yo, like you be like, damn, dude, like I thought he was just fucking with me, but he turns, we pass, and I'm like, hey, so and so. He's like, hey, so and so, and then we walk past each other, and like while we're walking past, and she's already like, we already crossed paths. Like he's talking to me, and I was like, bro, like there's a lot of good school, like you might as well da da da. I tell her da da da. I'm like, nah, bro, like what if she da da da? Like what if she like Aaliyah side of the song? What if she diss me? So my man wasn't hearing none of that shit. So he turns around and he was like, yo, so and so, sure gotta tell you something. And then at first I'm like, I was about to, like I started like coming up with like some bullshit, like, oh, like like yeah, oh, that's like a fly sweater you wearing. And then for some reason I finally like got the strength and I was just like, oh, like, listen, I like you. I was the one sending you them notes, da 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 da. And I just want to like go out with you or whatever. And she was like, oh, I'll think about it. And as I said, it was a last week of school. Summer went by. Next year, totally forgot about that shit. And nothing came of it. But my favorite like Aaliyah song is probably like 4 Page Letter. So I'm really glad that it's out now. But it was just funny how like I used to listen to that song and it kind of like I used to listen to that song and it really like inspired me. It inspired me to use that approach to the women and probably to my detriment because to this day I'm still kind of shy, but that's the reason why I would write notes to the girls. Like I would write kind of go a roundabout way instead of just like telling the girl how I feel. And like all my homies, like they always tell me like, yo, like, dude, just the worst you could do is say no. Then you don't gotta agonize no more. You could just like could go on with the rest of your life. So I just thought I'd share that with y'all on story time.